Hello, my name is Benj. First of all, I want to thank you for spending some of your time with me. My goal for this video is to communicate in a personal way what Kangen water is and why I believe every home should have one of these. My family has had this machine for about a year and it's made our lifestyle a lot healthier. We're super grateful for it and we just want to share it with everybody that we know. The machine is priced at $4,980. It's called the K8. And I know that some people see the price and kind of get shocked because they think it's just a water filter or something. But once you see what the machine can do, I think you'll see right away, it's very reasonable. You might even actually argue it's on the cheaper side of things. But anyways, you hook this machine up to your tap water, and then it makes 5 different kinds of water with a lot of different uses. So real quick, I'm gonna just stop here to say I am not a scientist, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time trying to explain why and how the water works. But what I want to do is just share with you what we do at home with each of the waters. Okay, so first, let's talk about the strong Kangen water. Okay, so this is cleaning water. If you pour this in oil, the oil will mix immediately with the water. So this is a degreaser that we use for a bunch of different things. My favorite thing with this water is that we wash the pesticides off of our fruits and vegetables. So a quick explanation is that farmers spray pesticides on fruits and vegetables, and those pesticides are oil-based. Now we all know oil and water don't mix, right? But they never wash the pesticides off. It's just like that. It gets packaged, it gets sent to the grocery stores, and then we buy them. So with regular water, we're not actually washing those pesticides off, and we're consuming pesticides on a daily basis. The strong Kangen water, again, it mixes with the oil right away. So what we do is we soak our fruits and vegetables in this water for like 5 minutes before we cook them, before we eat them. And what we see is we see the water change color. We definitely feel a difference in the food, like as far as taste and flavor. And so yes. We also replace all of our cleaning supplies with this water. What we do is we store this water in these containers and then and spray bottles, and this is what we use to clean our bathrooms, our kitchens, our floors. We use it as laundry detergent. We clean the stovetop with this stuff, and it actually works as a stain remover. I didn't believe this part until I stained my all-white hoodie, and all I did was I left the part with a stain in this water overnight, and then the next day I ran it through the washing machine and the stain came completely off. So this is the Kangen water. Obviously crazy what you get to do. By the way, these are just a few uses of the water. I'm going to post a link in the description box that shows a list of all the things you can do with this water. But again, for this video, I'll just share what we typically use the water for. Okay. Next, let's talk about the strong acidic water. Now this is disinfecting water. So it kills all germs, obviously. But the craziest part is that it's non-toxic and it doesn't damage skin tissue. So it's great for any skin issues. These are some before and after pictures of people that had skin issues like eczema, psoriasis. I think this kid over here had something called rock disease or something. First time I saw this though, I was pretty shocked. I didn't know if it was real or not. But when we had some family that had skin issues and then they used this water, applied it, daily, they saw results like similar to this. But typically at home, what we do is we put these in little spray bottles and we use it as hand sanitizer. So that's that. The next water is the Kangen water. Okay, so we use this for drinking and cooking. Again, not the scientist, so I don't want to spend a lot of time explaining the science behind it. But for me, I noticed that I was sleeping better and starting to have a lot more energy throughout the day. For my mom, it helped with her acid reflux. For my dad, after a couple months, he got to get off the pills he was taking for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. It's helped a lot of our friends and family out too. So I really encourage you to ask around from people that drink this water because it's pretty surprising. Some of the stories that I've heard from people we personally know. For this video, I'll briefly touch on the theories on what makes the water so effective. Number 1, the water is high in alkalinity, so it's 9.5 pH. So if we were to compare an acidic body to an alkaline body, you'll notice that a lot of these lifestyle diseases are strongly related to having an overly acidic body. But if you look at our diets, and the majority of what we eat is also pretty acidic. On the other side, the alkaline side, right, we have all the things that are healthy for us, like the proper fruits and vegetables, and also water. So obviously the body is 70% water, so maybe if we're drinking the right kind of water, alkalized water, it would help balance the body, and keep it at a healthier state. So that's that. Number 2, the water is microclustered. So essentially what this means is that it's better at penetrating our cells, and so it detoxifies the body and actually hydrates it. So in part of the live demonstration, they show that even when the water is ice cold, it'll still make tea no problem, like instantly. So it's something about penetrating cells more effectively so that you're detoxifying and you're actually hydrating your body. Okay, number 3, it's because the water is a powerful antioxidant. Okay, so a short explanation of this is when we consume antioxidants, what that does in the body is it protects it from oxidation. Okay, and oxidation is basically the aging process. Okay, so oxidation comes from free radical molecules. So when it's that steal energy. So when that's in our body, it's pretty much stealing our energy. It's hurting the body, and you can actually tell if you use this meter whether or not what we're consuming is an antioxidant or if it's oxidizing the body. You'll see that soda is very oxidizing, but so is bottled water and tap water. On the good side, the negative side, the antioxidant side, you got green tea, you got fruits and vegetables, you have cod liver oil if you're into that, and you also have Kangen water, which is a very powerful antioxidant. If you were to get water fresh from the machine and hold it up to a light, you'll see that there's a lot of bubbles in the water, and so that's supposed to be active hydrogen, and that in the body is very good. Again, not the scientist. I got this knowledge from seeing live demonstrations and reading up on the water myself, but it's definitely effective. I've seen it help way too many people to still doubt that. If you have family that has any sicknesses or diseases like gout, diabetes, or whatever, just let them try the water, because it's a pretty low bar, and then a good chance you'll see something good come out of it. And the truth is, if you're not drinking this water, the odds are that you're drinking from one of these kinds of waters, right? So if you're drinking bottled water, you're drinking plastic. And if you don't know how dangerous it is to be consuming plastic chemicals, I highly encourage you to watch a documentary called Tapped, okay, Tapped, which explains how the bottled water industry really works. My main takeaways was 1, consuming plastic chemicals, that's linked to a lot of sicknesses. 2, there's essentially no regulations from where they source their water from. And 3, it's a huge environmental hazard. Okay, if you're drinking tap water, now, I've heard many people in Seattle say, "Oh, we're lucky here because we have good tap water." Just Google, search on Google chemicals in Seattle tap water, and a whole list of chemicals will pop up that isn't really good for you. Think chemicals like chlorine, lye, fluoride, amongst a lot more chemicals. So, definitely not that good. If you're drinking filtered water, most filters clean out the water so good that it actually strips it of the minerals like magnesium and calcium that we need in our body, and you're very likely to be drinking acidic water. At least that's what I've seen from the filters that I've tested. And then lastly, if you're drinking well water, what I've seen, we have the Mill Creek well water, but every time we test that with the meter, the ORP meter, it'll show that the water's actually oxidizing. So just be aware of that if you're drinking any of these waters. And then let's get back to the Kangen water. This water right here, the middle water, it's called clean water. We don't use this for much. It's just regular filtered water. But it is recommended that you use this water when taking medications and making baby formula. And then the last water is called beauty water, which is great skin toner. So if you walk into Nordstrom's or Macy's, you'll see that they'll sell facial toner in little spray bottles, and they sell it for like 40 bucks a bottle. If you look in the ingredients, all it says is pH 6 water, which is this stuff. So you get unlimited supply of facial toner. It's great for keeping skin hydrated and glowing. So that pretty much wraps up all the 5 waters. Basically, I hope you can see it's a whole new lifestyle. It's a lot healthier, And here are some certifications and awards that the company eMagic has won. It's Water Quality Association approved in the US, certified as medical equipment in Japan. They have these in hospitals. These are a couple of doctors that fully endorse Kangen water. Dr. Hiromi Shinya on the left is actually a world-renowned doctor. This is the guy that invented the colonoscopy and fully endorses Kangen water. On the right, Dr. Horst Feltzer. He's a Harvard-trained vascular surgeon that fully endorses Kangen water as well. Yeah, here's so these are a few models of the machine. The difference in price is related to how many platinum dipped titanium plates are inside the machine. So the K8, okay, has 8 plates, but these two on the bottom, the SD501s, they have 7 plates. The bottom one is actually the flagship model, it's the #1 selling model, but nowadays I'm hearing that the K8 is getting more popular. Just because, I mean, it's a one-time purchase, it's the best, and then the machines last 25 to 30 years, so might as well invest in the best one. And there's a lot of ways to own the machine without paying the whole thing up front. So if you have good credit, you can own one for around $45 to $55 a month, 0 down. If you don't have good credit, there's in-house financing with monthly installments and really low interest. So there's ways to make it happen, and I think it's definitely worth it to try to make it happen. So yeah, thank you guys again for your time and sticking with me to the end. I hope this was very helpful and informative. Please reach out to me if you see the value in the water and you want to know more, and if you're ready to own a machine. Alright, peace.